Everybody, welcome back to the final day for the Delta Revolution Roller Hockey Championship Games. Coming to you from the Ladner Leisure Center. Steve Erickson, Carl Herring, Bruce Nolte. Our pleasure to bring you the call for the games. In today's final championship games, we have the All-Stars tag against a team called the Purple Gang. We've got a few players that were unable to make it today due to prior commitments, which is something that's unforeseen, which is a little bit tough and frustrating for the players, never mind the coaching staff. So obviously Purple Gang are in purple, and the All-Stars will be in white. That's the bottom line. That's the only way to look at it. Waits cuts back inside, holding on to that one. Nice play to put that one back inside. We've got players for the All-Stars: Wesley, Andrew, Mike, Hayden, and Wes, and I have no idea what numbers they're wearing. My sincere apologies. We'll see if we can pick something up on this one. It's sort of a guessing game, I guess, if you want to call it that. But we know they're here. We know they want to play. That's the bottom line. That's the main key thing right there. Over on the far side, Waits. Edwards goes after his man. Got around him. Cuts back. Looks, goes left. Shoots that one home. Going inside and puts that one back. Nice play to get that goal on board. That puts them up an early 2-0 lead in the contest right now. So we'll play. I think they're only going to play two 15-minute periods for this one, I think. Only because of the situation of teams that were unavailable to make it, and probably due to floor time and availability as well, as we have control all the way over. So it's one of the players. It's either Wes, Andrew, Mike, Hayden, or Wes that has control of the puck. Take your pick. It's a coin toss, whichever one you like. I've got names, but I have no numbers. Does it matter? No, they're having fun. That's all that matters out here right now, and this is what we consider to be calling the final Bantam Championship game. No goaltender on board because they don't have a goalie. They were unable to get one. And, of course, the Blue Bullets, apparently they were unable to get a full roster on board for the game today. So the referees for this game have an easy one right now. This is where you should turn the boards around, I guess. But it's fun. The players are playing. That's what it's all about. As long as they come out and they have fun, that's what it's all about. Doesn't really matter win, lose, or draw. Right now, we know that the Purple Gang, the two Purple Gang, correction on that one, the two Purple Gang will be the team that will be winning the championship. Probably because the other team couldn't show up and field a team. So we know they're going to go in, they're going to put it in, they're going to play hard, and they'll do exactly what they want. They want to entertain us, and that's what it's all about. Watch this one. Here's the passing play on this one here, as we can at least set up the replay for you. Looks, we saw the replay, nice play to get it back over. Over on the far side, nice play to get it back. Look, they looked around to get that one back around. That was the key for them right there for their success. They get another shot. Oh, that was just a howitzer going right on goal. No mistake in that one at all. That was just ripped right on goal. We all knew there that was going to go from start to finish. A nice long shot right from the blue line area, and that was taken right on goal. Now we go back the other way, marching their way all the way straight down the floor. Going in, easily played, no goaltender. That can put them on the board real quick. So the Purple team, at least the guys come out and they have a little bit of floor time. That's what they want to do. So the Purple Gang are up right now, a 3-1 score. So Carl's probably going to have his work cut out for him, getting all the scores on the board. There's another goal on the board right now, so now we're up to 4-1. This is just a little bit of a give-and-go situation where they come out, they want to have fun, they want to play. That's what it's all about. We talked about the simple fact that the players come out, they played, they play hard, and they enjoyed it. We should make mention that the coach for the two Purple Gang, two coaches we have listed, Brad Bush and Darius Bush. And the coach for the Blue Bullets, Gary Trayer. It is too bad they could not show up. But situations apparently such as this do so unfold, and it's just something that's out of your reach, nothing you can do about it. They're going through the motions. The boys are having fun. There's some parents on hand here at the Ladner Leisure Center to at least take the game in. Probably a good couple of dozen parents watching the game. They haven't left. Good crowd on hand all afternoon. Oh, now we might have an additional player coming out. One of the referees is going to be a ringer out there. He's going to go down and play. He wants to have a little bit of fun with the boys. See what we can get happening out there and see who he's going to play for. That's the key right now. I do know that he's not going to be a goalie. So he's just saying, all right, what am I going to be? We all know we've got a bunch of multicolored sweaters out there, so having a referee sweater out there isn't really going to confuse anybody, do you think? I don't think so at all. Back out, all the way up center floor, straights down. The purple squad comes straight down. Shot. Oh, it hit the post. The rebound. Oh, he's lucky he didn't miss that one. He had missed that one, he never would have heard the end of it as he pops that one in, going in right on goal. Making it look fairly simple. Scores are just basically trading right now. We have a 3-2 score on the board as the All-Star teams are in command right now, but see how it plays out. We're looking. Got an additional player or two out there because they don't have a goaltender, so we've got 5. I believe we're going to have 5 on 4. I'm doing my math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do. We have a 5 on 4 situation for the All-Stars. They have one additional player due to the simple fact that they do not have a goaltender. Waits, cross floor, nice passing play to get that shot right on goal. Huge save taken right there, and that was taken. I was told that the two purple gang, the goaltender is Ryan Pugh. At least that's what I'm told. And we have them. Looks going after that one. Nice shot taken. As Curtis Hacklander was the one that stayed with his man. Now he goes back after him. He's going to chase that one back down. And the purple squad will try to come out of their own half of the floor. Pass back over. Waits, number 18, cuts back to the inside. Stopped. Looks, Hacklander picks this one back up, and he throws it all the way off of the boards over on the right side. Nice play to get it back down the middle as they cut back towards the middle, holding on to it. Going in, faked the shot. Couldn't get the shot through traffic right on goal, and that was intercepted, almost intercepted and stolen by the referee who's trying to get it off of him. Now he's going the other way. Maybe he's on the other team this time. He might be. Look, shot. Oh, if he had missed that one, he never would have heard the end of that from family and friends, and even at Christmas they would have replayed this and said, how could you miss a shot like that? So 8:30 left. First period of play. Game's tied at 3. Steve Erickson, Sports Wave Productions. Very pleased to bringing you the broadcast. Working with Carl Herring, Bruce Nolte on camera. Carl doing all the magical stuff behind the scenes here. Waiting for it. The referee had it. Give it away. Clearly give it away. Dumping it on goal. They're all just going in and scoring whenever they want to. Whichever way they're going, whatever way they want to do. They're going and scoring at will, I guess, as my mother would tell everybody. Now they get back down. Going the other way. Good play to keep it onside. Of course, mind you, there is no offsides here in this sport, so it doesn't really matter which way you're going to go and if you're going to hold the blue line or not. You're all going to stay there, regardless of what way you're going. Whether you're going north, south, east, or west, you're fine. No whistles. Referees probably have put their whistles in their pocket. I'm looking right now. I don't even see Ryan Olsen. I think Ryan's actually left the building as well. So Ryan's gone back down. He's probably gone back home. He's probably got a conditioning camp that he has to attend to. Wish him all the best with his upcoming season in Winnipeg. Nice to see him play. Nice for the transition after he's making the big change right there. The goaltender comes out. The rebound, shoots, puts her home. Tic-tac-toe. And that is how it's done. Easy, simplified, no mistaking that at all. They can do what they want when they pop that one in. A big, huge, gaping hole over on the far side. As we have it. They're just finally dumping it all the way back up floor once again. Get it straight down, going after it, cutting back, going left, right, shots, tic-tac-toe again. They put her home. Boy, oh boy, the All-Star team is just going and scoring at will right now. Right now, I think the score is 5-3. Carl's having a tough time keeping up to this, as am I. All the way down, turning inside out just to make the move look so easy. I think that's number 66, Porter. At least that's what we were told. Wearing number 66. Cross floor pass. They'll go back down. Waits once again. Looking, turning, going the other side, all the way over to pass the puck around all the way back out to center floor. A couple of additional players coming back out now. Not sure whether there's going to be... Oh, there I see Ryan. He's sitting in the penalty box, just sitting down relaxing right now. So I'm not sure whether he's going to come out and play or he's not going to play. I would say no. Nice play inside. Goes left, goes right, and puts her home again. Boy, oh boy, they're scoring whenever they want to. They just give the puck away. Just seem to be passing it around. This is like the All-Star game. It could be the All-Star game because everybody's scoring whenever they want to. Just give me the puck, and it's my turn to score. you look, we were talking earlier on about young Ryan Olson, who come up and talked to us earlier on, and what he's done. So we'll make sure that we get all the facts and figures and everything else correct for you, so you can check out and follow another Delta athlete in the area. Of course, Ryan played his minor hockey in the area. Plays center. Tall boy, 6'1", comes from Delta. Had a birthday at the end of March. Played for the South Delta Storm minor hockey. Played for the Greater Vancouver Canadians in the BC Major Midget Hockey League, and then played for the Saskatoon Blades before getting traded to the Kelowna Rockets. Played for the Rockets 2012 and 13 and 13-14. For those 2 seasons, in the 2014 season, 2012-13, correction, he ended up with 56 points. In the 13-14, he got 64 points. So playing for the Blades, played a lot of hockey and all that, and he is part, right now, center for the Winnipeg Jets organization in the American Hockey League. So that's what he's going to be doing. And we all know what he's going to be doing from there. And from there, the rest is history, because he's going to have a good career ahead of himself. We all understand that. And, of course, we all wish him the best. Nothing wrong with that. If they're going to come out, they're going to play, and you're coming out of the Delta area, whether you're coming from North Delta or South Delta, we clearly hope that you can go on and have a huge, huge success. And, of course, we talked about the team playing in Winnipeg next fall. The team that relocated from St. John's, the Ice Caps, moved to Winnipeg for this coming fall, the start of the 2015 season. So he is no longer playing for the Ice Caps. He's playing for Winnipeg this coming fall. So it doesn't matter. As I was talking to him earlier on, just off camera, the joke was that they both got snow. And Ryan says, oh, I'm well aware of that. I know they both have snow. And lastly, on the note with Ryan, he was drafted in the round number 6, 160th overall in the 2012 entry draft. Takes up a lot of time. We got 3 minutes left right now. The score is 7-6, and of course this is, I believe it's for the All-Star team who are winning. The team with the multicolored sweater, the Purple Squad, which we could call them Purple Haze, but for argument's sake, they're called the Two Purple Gang. That team is out there on the floor right now, and they're playing, but they're trailing. Nope, now the game is tied up at 1. At least we got a scorekeeper in the penalty box doing their due diligence, doing their great job, cutting back down. Far side, inside out. Oh, moves that Ryan was teaching him earlier on. I think Ryan just happened to leave and go to the dressing room area. Long pass down the floor. Do we get it? Do we shoot it? Yes, we do. And as he pops that one in, we've got 2 minutes left in the first period of play. We'll show you an interview that we had a chance to do. We taped it yesterday, and we were down in the South Delta Recreation Center with outgoing past president John Olson about what he is going to see transpire and how things are going to unfold for the association down the road. Wishes him nothing but success. And, of course, he said they've got a great group of volunteers, executive people coming on board to take over for the seasons coming ahead. And, of course, that's nice to have when you get a good group of volunteers coming on board that want to take over and make the game so successful, to the point that doesn't matter what you do or where you're going to go or what you're going to do with it, it's going to be a huge success for the players down the road. That's the key part for any given sport. Of course, we got a great number of volunteers in the Delta area that make all these sports so successful for the young people of today to achieve huge success. And as we talk, the players are taking this, they're setting things up. They're coming out from behind their own net, looks weights, trying to get things all orchestrated out of their own half of the floor. We've got last minute of play in the first period right now. I'm not sure how many periods are going to play. This was basically, from what we were told just prior to the game, to the frustration level of some people. Just basically, and talk about frustration, it's basically a frustration from some of the people because of the simple fact that the Two Purple Gang just going to get an automatic win and the Blue Bullets didn't show up. That's the tough part about the whole thing. I guess they just unable to get a number of players due to the simple fact of other things that they're in the process of doing right now. And that's always tough for coaching staff, because coaches do their best to keep things going and keep the boys on tap as to how they're going to play this thing out. So we're lining up the interview, so we'll play it when this period winds up and rounds down. We will show you the interview that we did with past and outgoing president John Olson yesterday, and we wish the new executive nothing but the best because they've got a good organization. It continues to grow. It would be nice to have them have a few more number-wise as far as players playing. But other than that, they're doing a great job. They're building the sport. They're growing for the sport, for the youth of today, and that's what it's all about. Clock winds down. We've got about 2 seconds left in the first period. The buzzer goes as they had the final shot on goal, and after one period of play, it's 9-7. I believe it's for the All-Stars. So we had a chance yesterday, as I mentioned, to talk to John Olson. So let's go to the interview we had a chance to do yesterday with Mr. Olson, the outgoing president.
Well, it's time for me to move on. Had 2 great years being president, and before that, many good years of coaching different teams. So all my kids are graduated from roller hockey, so it's time for new people to come in. And we had our AGM last Tuesday, and got a lot of good new people in, and filled a bunch of spots. So it should be a really great thing to go next season.
When you first got involved, did you ever think that the sport would grow to the level it's at right now?
Well, you know, you put the energy in, you put the awareness out. I think there's lots of folks that aren't aware that roller hockey exists here, and so we've got our hats now with our logos and some apparel, and the website we've improved, and so we're just trying to maintain what we have, which is between 170 and 185 players. So we've been able to do that, which is always need more players. We can handle more players, and we'd love to see some more players. So,
what different divisions do you have? Is it pretty much equivalent to the same as ice hockey?
It's similar. Each year is 3 years worth. So you've got the mites and the Pee-wee and the Bantam. So we've combined groups into 3 age categories per level.
Well, that's not too bad. Grossberg, which is your strongest division?
This year it's Pee-wee. We've got 6 Pee-wee teams. Last year and a couple years before that, we had a lot of Bantam teams. So it's just one of those ebbs and tides of sport. And but we do cater to any player from kindergarten all the way to grade 12.
Now you play out of the South Delta Rec Center. Your very final event is held in the Ladner Leisure Center on the mid part of June. Do you play out of the community as far as going up to North Vancouver or, for example, out to Sportsplex in Langley?
Well, there's an opportunity for players to play outside of the area in tournaments. There's 4 or 5 or 6 different tournaments around the Lower Mainland, Victoria. So we try and put a team together or 2 and enter tournaments that way. But this year we got an email from the North Shore North Vancouver Association. They wanted to come and play us, so we obliged, and so it was one of our teams went out to North Van and played them, and then they came and played here, which was a lot of fun. The kids had a lot of fun.
It's interesting because I, for one, didn't even know they played roller hockey up in North Vancouver.
Yeah, they do. There's a league that's been going on there for quite a while, and again, it's all the volunteers. So the volunteers make it happen, and they've got a good group there. So yeah.
I guess the nicest thing about watching this sport is watching the young boys, the young players, because you're open to both boys and girls, but watching the young players play at a younger age and develop and go on and have them achieve an awful lot of success at the level they reach.
Yeah, roller hockey, a lot of kids play in their front yard or their driveway, and they come here, and it's an organized association in sport, so kids have a lot of fun. It's easy to play. You get all levels of skill levels playing on one team, and a lot of teammates, classmates, or neighbors, or what have you. And it's a good opportunity. It lends itself to improving, so it's good.
I've mentioned this before, and I know this is one of my biggest frustrations living in Delta, is I don't think we have enough dry floor facilities for the kids to play on. You could have a dry floor facility like this. You got a roof up top. Make another level up there and just make it sturdy so the kids can play. Get the kids off the street, give them something to do, and I think that would help, for one, that would help grow the sport.
I agree. More dry surface would be great for not only roller hockey, but lacrosse or anyone that wants to rip around on a floor. I think there's some opportunities in Ladner and Tawasin, and a lot of people don't realize also that the curling rink next door here is open, and there are boards there and available for rent. So contact Delta and get a group of kids together. I think it's between $25 and $30 an hour, and do that, because it's there and it's a nice facility itself.
Recent AGM that the Delta Revolution Roller Hockey had, was it as successful as what you had hoped?
Absolutely. It's all about the volunteers. It's all about the people. We have a lot of great people there. They all have kids in the game, and their kids love the sport, so they're putting their time in, and it's up to the next volunteers to keep this thing going. We're fortunate because there's not a lot of other areas that have an actual roller hockey league, so we like to provide it. So.
Good crossover sport. I see a lot of South Delta minor hockey players playing this as well.
Yes, I've got a couple of ice hockey sons who are there, have been through this, played ice hockey, and I certainly saw not only them but their kids growing up. It's a cross train for sure. The stride is a bit different, but it gives you a cross train. The play is a bit different. The boards, so it really accompanies the ice hockey.
As the league moves forward, what are they looking at? What come out of the AGM, that a couple of areas that they said we really have to focus on?
Keeping parity of the teams is paramount. We certainly try very hard we evaluate all the players and number them all and try and make the teams as even as possible. So there's that. I think there's an opportunity for an elite level, so and that would maybe generate into a tournament team. We're seeing more females, more girls come out, so we may even have an all-girls team next year in Pee Wee. You know what? All in all, a real success. We're really happy with where things are going.
Nice to see a couple of teams compete for different schools.
Yeah, the players, all of a sudden you haven't met maybe particular other athletes in different other schools, and here you are in the same facility on the same team, and it just helps it helps the community, I believe.
So as the past president now, you're still part of the executive on that title. What are you going to be doing with your free time?
I wish I could say vacationing somewhere, but I'm going to keep an eye on. I'm going to offer my phone number if they need some help, or we'd like to get a lot more players coming out from North Delta. So I might be a bit of a boots on the ground guy there and pound the pavement a little bit and try and get some more North Delta youth out and join us. Yeah,
that'd be good, because we don't have this up in North Delta. I know we've got lacrosse, you've got tons of tennis wherever you might travel. Nothing wrong with moving this up to the north end as well.
Well, that's exactly right. We believe that we've got as much as we can have in this area, so we'd like to venture out a bit. We do have a couple players from White Rock and Semiahmoo, so that's good. We do have some North Delta kids, but we'd like to see more.
All right, well, John, good luck with your off-season retirement, so to speak, and all the success. I know everybody in Delta's appreciate everything you've done.
Oh, thank you so much. My pleasure.
As the 2015 Delta Revolution roller hockey season comes to a conclusion, good words from past president and outgoing president John Olson about the season, the league, what it holds for the future for the sport in the Delta area. Nice to see him. Wish John all the best, because he's done a great job. To the new executive on board, wish you all the best. You've got a big road ahead of you, and it's only uphill from here, and I know you'll do a very impressive job. Games we've managed to cover today, boy, you talk about coming down and covering impressive games, from the little kids all the way up to the young boys that just finished playing. Tough on the last game where one team couldn't make it. Talking to a couple of parents just now, one of the key things that they did tell me was playing on a Sunday, and I guess this is sort of food for thought. One of the things that's tough to get the young boys out today playing this last level of roller hockey is the fact that they're in school, they've got exams, and they're trying to study to get towards the end of the season. Very true, and that's very respectable and completely understood. So maybe, quite possibly, whether the date be changed the week ahead, they move it a little bit later, whatever, that's something that the new executive will have to deal with. Hope you've enjoyed. On behalf of Carl Herring, doing all the magical technical work behind the scenes, Bruce Nolte on camera, and working very closely with Delta PlayFullScreen.com and Mr. Dave McElroy, our pleasure to be able to bring you these games on Sunday afternoon, the mid part of June, coming to you from the Ladner Leisure Center. I'm Steve Erickson. Till next time, if you don't play sport, at least be one.